Now, as you all know, we recently had a devastating fire here in Lahaina, Maui. When Governor Josh Green got the news of this fire, that's when he issued the 5th emergency proclamation. Now, you might be wondering what that is. I'm going to show it right here. Suspensions of law. Additional powers in the emergency period to the extent necessary to expedite the construction, repair, renovation, and occupancy of housing. In simpler terms, Josh Green's emergency suspends regular laws that you would need to do construction, acquire permits, things like that in that nature. Now, one of those suspended laws includes historical preservation, which is going to be something that maybe I suggest everyone read all these pages. They're 27 pages long, but it'll definitely give you a better understanding of Josh Green's Build Back Better plan. Listen to what he says 9 days before he was elected governor.
Priority in the first 100 days.
So rules will be changed in the first 100 days?
Rules will be changed.
Green says if necessary, he'll use emergency powers to adjust some of the processes that are obstructing the ability to build housing.
And so an emergency proclamation may be coming.
Is there a rule in particular that you think needs to be amended?
Well, they've had a lot of problems with the permitting process, and I think that has to be expedited. That's one. Also, moving some land that has been stuck where people had planned to build and haven't done it.
Wait a minute!
Along with the FEMA director about preserving Lahaina moving forward.
I'm already thinking about ways for the state to acquire that land so that we can put it into workforce housing, to put it back into families, or to make it open spaces in perpetuity as a memorial to people who were lost. We want this to be something that we remember after the pain passes as a magic place. And Lahaina will rebuild. The tragedy right now is the loss of life. The buildings can be rebuilt over time. Even the banyan tree may survive. But we don't want this to become a cleared space where then, yes, people from overseas just come and decide they're going to take it. The state will take it and preserve it first.
Maybe it's different for you because you just got here, huh? So it's not the same. It's not the same.
No comment?
You have to look up one photo.
No comment right now, guys.
No comment? Yeah. I'm not talking to the chief, sir. Yeah. Why doesn't he want to speak to the people? Only to a camera. No, we called up. We've been looking for him. I thought we were going to do Top Story Tuesdays all over the island. Coffee. Haven't seen him. Been looking for him for a couple of years. What happened? Can you explain photo to me again, sir, and aloha? I'd love to hear it from you. Why are you shaking your head? Why are you shaking your head, sir? You don't want to answer, huh? Okay.
We'll talk to you another time, guys.
Yeah, he won't talk to us another time. That's the thing. It's a very cowardly move. It's shocking.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not. And the reason why... and
so many people said they could have been saved if they had time to escape. Had a siren gone off, they would have known that there was a crisis emerging. And as we know, so many bodies were found in the ground.
Do you want him to give you the answer, or do you want to let him finish his answer?
Sorry, there's a lot of people.
Well, you're talking and you're not letting him talk.
Has the process slowed down? And also, all the names that have been announced so far have been elderly. Are there children that have been found? And is there any hesitance to announce that? Because that'll obviously just be a different level of heartbreak.
I don't know.
Yes, you do. How many children are missing? You know.
If I knew the answer to that, I'd be happy to answer that.
You have no estimate as to how many children are missing?
I guess we can end this right now if you guys want.
Sorry, this is one of the biggest questions that the people of Lahaina have, but you don't want to answer.
It always takes one or two to ruin it for everybody.
Please, this is our first only.
Well, we can say that about you. You ruined it for everyone.
You're welcome to say it. You're the media. You can say whatever you want.
You're a disaster.
All right. Okay.
Please. You've been the worst mayor we could possibly imagine. Respect what? This is the most dismal response we've ever had.
You won't wait for your turn. You want to shout over these guys who are legitimate.
Why don't you give them the real answers then? Give them the real answers.
That's not his question.
Let him.
Yeah. You can go. Yeah.
disclose, I have spoken to survivors who told me they were directed down Keawe Street and into the cannery. Now, the only way to get out of the Cannery Mall on the other side is Front Street, leading to more congestion and backup. I'm going to zoom in for a second, get behind the camera, and to show you what I mean. Now, I did talk to the police chief. You're going to hear from him in just a moment. And I asked him specifically about Keawe Street because according to those survivors, the evacuees, traffic was directed exactly down here where you see the roadblock right now and the National Guard standing by, funneled into the Cannery Mall, and of course the other end is Front Street, which we know was backed up terribly in those critical hours. Have a listen to what the police chief said when I asked him about road closures and whether we would get more information about how fire and the police department were communicating on that day.
We want to get people out. And so let me answer it like this. There is going to be a very detailed long after action. It might be the longest after action that's ever been. Every data point is going to be scrubbed and looked at and meticulously gone through. We're actively trying to recover people. It's our community. It's our people too. And so I say that is, let us right now do what we need to do and let the after action do what it needs to do. But I can tell you that we did everything we can to make sure that we preserve life and protect each other. And so we've already found that some of the false reports on the direction of travel were not correct. We were getting people out of the area. We were forcing people not to go at a certain point down Front Street because it had already gotten too late. And so the efforts were to get people away from the fire and away from the danger.
So they weren't directed down here?
They were not directed toward the danger.
I can tell you, and I agree with the chief, I'm happy to answer all these questions when the right time comes, which is when the after action and investigation comes about, what we knew when we knew it. You folks know a lot more information today than we knew on that day. Everybody's taking information after the fact and applying it to then and asking how come we didn't know back then what we know today, because the answer is we didn't know back then what we know today.
Right now, more than ever, as a community, as a country, as a human being under the Creator, we need to hold these people accountable because this is absolutely unacceptable. We have children missing and we have over 1,000 adults missing. Thank you for watching this video. Please share. God bless.